Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel, and welcome back to another World Wonder Ring Stardom review. We just got off of the January 26th episode of Stardom. They were live from the Edion Hall in Osaka, Japan. This technically would not be a huge show if it was not for the final match of one Kagetsu, one of the top stars, one of the three musketeers, some might even say, or even four pillars of the company. Just a month ago, we saw the retirement of Oedo Tai's Hazuki, one of Kagetsu's favorite. She left the company, and just 1 month later, now Kagetsu, who is the leader of Oedo Tai, is now leaving Stardom. Now, two members leave back to back. That's really not a good thing for Stardom. They're going to have to replenish in some way. Now, they've already put B. Priestley with Oedo Tai, but you like to think they're going to have to put another member in there to fill the spot for Hazuki. Now, I'm not implying that B. Priestley's going to take over Oedo Tai. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be probably Natsuko Tora just taking over, which they haven't really announced, or Natsuko Tora hasn't really said she's going to take the reins from Kagetsu, unless I missed it somewhere. But it seems like it's kind of like a free-for-all faction at the moment right now. That being said, we'll get into Kagetsu a little bit later on the show. Let's start from the top. First match we had here was Utsuka Ushino versus Azumi versus Leo Onozaki. Triple threat match for the high-speed Grand Prix. Now, I don't really know the scores, everybody, because I don't really follow this Grand Prix that's going on right now. It's like a really mini one. Not really much focus has been on it aside from the matches that's happening. This is a decent triple threat. Everyone got their moves in, went at a steady pace. There's one really cool spot in here where Leo rolled up Azumi with this backslide pin, and like mid-pin, Hoshino comes out of nowhere, kind of like flips on top of Azumi's legs and pins her, like, so that way you have like Hoshino pinning her and Leo pinning her at the same time. Now, normally in wrestling, I would like to, now let me say it. Normally in like American wrestling, a spot like this would end in a pinfall. And then the two women would get up and they're like, I won, no, I won, no, I won. And then the referee would have to be like, oh, well, let's roll the tape. And then, you know, they watch replays and both women got the pin and then they get a singles match. That's usually how it works. But Stardom said, fuck that. And Azumi kicked out, which I was ready for. I was totally ready for this to be like result in a pin or something, and both women get two or something. So when she kicked out, I was kind of shocked by that. She ended up winning the match with a double foot stomp onto Hoshino, which is a very, I was talking about how Finn Balor did that double foot stomp onto Ilya Dragunov at Worlds Collide, and how that foot stomp looked like it connected all the way. This one, like, it connected all the way too, except like Azumi, like, she fell on her face afterwards, which I hope she's okay. But she hit the double stomp and got the pin on Hoshino, so Azumi gets another point. I am going to make a bold prediction, probably not even that bold, but I think Azumi is going to end up winning this Grand Prix, and she's going to challenge Rio, and hopefully she beats Rio for the title. Because Rio's like barely in Stardom. What is Rio even doing right now? Like, Rio is like barely in Stardom, and then when she's not in Stardom, or when she is in Stardom, she's barely in AEW. It's like you in two companies right now, holding two titles, and I feel like I see you in neither one of these companies. Like, what are you doing? Didn't you just leave Gato Move? Where else is she wrestling? I want to know. I want to know what's going on with Riho right now. She got to get her life. She got to get her life, man. Anyway, we get into the next match. Death Yama-san versus Starlight Kid. A quick little match. Really nothing happened, honestly. Nothing I can remember. Death Yama-san rolled her up 3 minutes in. Got the pin with an O'Connor roll. Death Yama-san winning this match. Starlight Kid is still at 0 points in the high-speed Grand Prix. I'm waiting for the singles match between Starlight Kid and Azumi. I always hear good things about their singles matches. Whenever they're ringing with each other, whether it be tag team match or triple threat or fatal four-way, they always have really good chemistry. I have not seen a singles match from Azumi and Starlight Kid yet. Mind you guys, I just started watching Stardom like 3 months ago. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we get into the next match. Kind of flying through this card. But we get into the next match. Tam Nakano and Saya Kamatani versus B. Priestley and Zoe Sky. We also got a little bit of news to break here. So Stardom just had their press conference. They tend to have a press conference at least like once a month going into their bigger shows or whatnot. But on this press conference, they announced that Fire Pro Wrestling World, if you guys don't know, that's an arcade-like wrestling video game. There's really, I think there's custom-made wrestlers on it, but DLCs can be downloaded for the game. Some of the DLCs feature New Japan stars, and one DLC pack features Stardom wrestlers. You could get wrestlers like Mayu Iwatani and Arisa Hoshiki, Hana Kimura, Utami Hayashishita, Kagetsu, Hazuki. You can get all those women on the DLC. And they just announced they're getting another DLC pack for Stardom, which is awesome. Now, I don't have, I do have the Stardom DLC pack. I do have it. Let me know if you guys want to see me play Fire Pro Wrestling World with the new DLC pack. Let me know. But they announced that there's going to be 11 new women on that DLC pack, and confirmed for it is Tam Nakano and Julia. So I'm pretty excited to hear about that. I would like to hope we're going to get both the Sayas in this pack. I don't really know who else from the roster is currently not in the DLC pack aside from both the Sayas, Julia, Tam, and Azumi, who I'm going to guess all those women are in it if they just announce like 11. So they're definitely going to be adding most, if not all, the Stardom women in this DLC pack combined with the first one. Now, I heard from a source that Bea Priestley's not in the pack. The person who told me seemed pretty excited that she's not in the pack. So maybe there's room for a third pack, or this might be it. But either way, if you're a fan of Fire Pro Wrestling World, Stardom is getting a second DLC pack. Figured you guys should probably know about it. But let's get into this match. Tam Nakano, Saya Kamatani versus Bea Priestley and Zoe Sky. Tam and Saya Kamatani before the match, they were so cute together. Like, Tam, like, hugged her, and she's like, who's the best? She's like, Tam-san. Like, who you happy to be teaming up with? It was so cute. Even when they came out to the ring with each other, they did their little dance, and it was so cute. I think Tam's using a new theme song. You guys can let me know if it's Tam's new theme, or is it like an old theme song she used to use? Because I don't really know about that one. But after that came Bea Priestley and Zoe Sky. Now, here's why I said let me know if this is Tam's new theme or an old theme she's used. Because when Bea and Zoe Sky came out, I heard Kung Fu Night Warrior. Like, I heard Tam Nakano's like theme song playing. I'm like, Or am I tripping and that's actually a Wado Tai's theme song? I don't know. The match itself was not really anything too special. Bea Priestley ended up finishing Saya Kamatani off with the world's faintest looking Kamaguye. I'd advise you stick with the hydrangea pin because that Kamaguye, no. No, I mean, she does the B triggers, the running, you know. I see, for the amount of love I see for Bea Priestley, I see a fair amount of people who do not like Bea Priestley. They think she's like one of the worst wrestlers in Stardom. And I don't really think she's like bad, but like sometimes when she's hitting those B triggers, she calls it the B triggers, when she's hitting those running knees, or when she hits like certain moves, it's just like, that was not very, that did not look like it was very smooth or connected all the way. But, she won the match. She beat Saya Kamatani. Then we get into the next match. Julia and Maika versus Arisa Hoshiki and Saya Ida. Donna Del Mondo insisting that Saya Ida is a gorilla, which I thought was pretty rude of them. I mean, I know she's small, but come on now. Arisa as well. Very cute. Like both Arisa and Tam are just so like welcoming and warm-hearted and have the best smiles. Like, she's trying to hug Saya, and Saya's like, no, I need you to hype me up. Like, why are you trying to cuddle me? Like, pat me on the head or something, or hit me. And she's like, what? She's like, are you the subtitle says, are you an M? And immediately I thought it said, are you a man? And I'm like, well, damn, like, what like, does everyone think she's ugly? Like, what the fuck? But I don't know what she said in that sense. But getting into the match itself, not really too much to note. Saya Ida really did a lot of the offense in here. Arisa got the hot tags, and when she did, she ran wild. Let me talk about Julia Maika of Donna Del Mondo. You know, I've seen my fair share of Julia matches since she's came to Stardom, and I think she's good. You know, I see a lot of potential in her. I think they're going to probably put the title on her very, very soon. Maybe sooner than she should win it, but very soon. Micah and Shiori are the ones I'm watching because I know nothing. I mean, I know a little bit about them, but I haven't seen any of their matches up until this point. And seeing Micah in the ring for the second time, I really still don't see anything all that special about her. Yeah, she had some nice judo throws in here, some nice submission transitions, but I have not really seen anything that's like, wow, these two women right here, they're future Goddess of Stardom champions, or they're the future of, like, I don't see it. I don't see it yet. Like I said, I can't judge a book by its cover just from like 2 pages, so I guess I gotta trudge on and watch some more and see if I could see any more talent within these women. But right now, it's not really sticking out to me at the moment. If you guys know of any really good Micah or Shiori matches, please comment them down below so I can check them out in my free time. But Julia ended up finishing off Saida with a glorious buster, which I don't even know what to call. I don't even know what the hell the move's supposed to be. Like, she had Saida on her shoulders and like they what position is that called? She had her on the shoulder, right? And she kind of flipped her onto her back. I don't know what the hell the move was supposed to be, but she called it a glorious buster, and she won a match with it. So Julia and Micah win a match for Donna del Mondo ahead of their championship match against the Artist of Stardom champions, Queen's Quest. Then we get into the next match, Saki Kishima, Natsu Sumire, and Natsuko Tora versus Layla Hirsch, Konami, and Hana Kimura. I thought this was a pretty good tag team match. This one being, I think, a little bit more of a shining star than the other ones. A bit of a reference to ARISA there. One of the very best, if not the best in Stardom. Natsu Sumire did an atomic drop onto Hana Kimura in this match. And you guys know what an atomic drop is, right? Now, normally, in North America, when a woman is hit with an atomic drop, she kind of no-sells it. But when she hit that atomic drop onto Hana, her knee looked like it went a little deeper than it should have. And Hana sold the shit out of it. Like, Hana was on the ground. You would have thought Hana Kimura had a whole set of balls the way she was selling it. I was like, well, you know, I don't know why I even wrote this spot down, but it was noteworthy. It was noteworthy, I guess. Lots of good tag team action in here from both teams. Really putting forth the team of TCS going ahead of their tag team match on the February 8th show. Off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly what team they're facing. I want to say Stars, but I might be wrong. But it's going to be a number 1 contenders match on February 8th, and the winner will face the Artist of Stardom champions at the next show. Now, I did do my predictions and preview for this upcoming show on February 8th. I did it on the latest episode of the Chill Pill Podcast, which you can watch on the Tyler-kun channel, 100% free. 90-minute episode, covered it towards the end. Definitely want to go check it out. That's where you can catch it. Back into the match. Didn't really take down too many notes, but everything moved pretty smoothly. Natsuko Tora ended up finishing off the match with a top rope guillotine leg drop onto Layla Hirsch for the pin, winning the match for Oedo Tai. Then we get into the co-main event, Jamie Hayter versus Utami Hayashishita for the SWA World Championship. Now, what relevance does the SWA title have to Stardom? I mean, I understand it's a Stardom belt, but what weight does it hold? Like, is it the never title for them? That's my guess. It's probably one of the lower ranking belts, because I don't really see that title ever defended. I just knew that Utami was holding it. But going into this match, I was like, okay, Utami, she really got mopped. I thought she got like basically beat down by ARISA in her last match earlier this month at the Stardom 9th anniversary show. So I'm thinking she's probably going to retain. She needs to get that win back. She needs to, get back in the flow of things, because I feel like she's been kind of slipping lately. I've been hearing a lot about her. I've been seeing her with all these titles, and I'm thinking, okay, she's one of the best in Stardom, and then, all this happens. I did like, on the pre-match promo, her mindset was kind of like Jamie lured B into Oedo Tai, into she kind of brainwashed B into turning on Momo, and that she's going to win this match to basically bring B back to Queen's Quest. So kind of like she's the savior in this match. I guess she's the baby face in a sense. I don't really get the sense of Utami being a baby face, Like, she's in a babyface faction, but she strikes me as a heel. Does anyone else think so? Or is she actually a heel? I get heel vibes from Utami. But Jamie, I know she's a heel. Jamie also came out to... I'm starting to think it's Oedo Tai's theme now, because there's no way they both came out to Tam Nakano's old theme song. I'm really feel like I keep hearing Tam Nakano's theme song, but maybe it's Oedo Tai. Maybe I'm getting confused. Anyway, match itself went about closer to 20 minutes. It was one of the slower paced power-based starter matches. You have 2 power-based women in this match. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely the best match on the second best match on the show. Second best match on the show. But skipping to the end of the match, Jamie Hayter ended up hitting her with 2 lariats. One to the Jamie Hayter has some of the best lariats in Stardom, and I think part of it is because she's thicker. She's on the thick side, both with a C and a K and with a CC. So not wrong with that. Like, her arms kind of look beefier, so when she does it, it's not Shingo. It's not Shingo, but it looks like it hits hard. She packs a lot into it. She had 2 lariats onto Utami, then hit a patella brainbuster, which for some reason they called the Ushigoroshi, onto Utami, and got the pin. Jamie Hayter winning the SWA World Championship. Now, I believe she's the 5th Gaijin to win this championship, and now she's holding 2 titles in Stardom. After just winning the Goddess Stardom Championship, now she's the SWA title. In the pre-match promo, she told her to refer to her as Jamie 2 Belts, or Champ, if she were to win this match. So from now on, Jamie Hayter is Champ, because Jamie 2 Belts is just a ripoff of Becky 2 Belts, and Stardom is their own thing. So Jamie Champ is her new name until she drops the title. She says she's gonna defend the title as much as possible, so we'll see exactly how that goes, because I don't recall Utami really ever defending that title in the time I've watched Stardom. So yeah, we'll see. But then we get to the main event of the evening: Kagetsu and Mayu Iwatani versus Momo Watanabe and Jungle Kyona. I thought this was a really good tag team match. Lots of great dynamic for these 4 women who are in 4 different factions. They seem to have great chemistry with each other. Now, of course, this could be because all 4 women have some type of history with each other. Of course, they teamed with each other at some point in time. I know Momo and Jungle Kyona came in around the same time, so they have experience with each other. Mayu and Kagetsu kind of really been leading Stardom for a while, and I'm sure they probably were teaming up at one point in time. Mayu Iwatani was kind of dressed like Kagetsu. She had the same theme of clothing, except the color scheme was brighter. It was like Mayu's color scheme, except it was Kagetsu's clothing. Kagetsu also wore a mask out to the ring, which is pretty cool. Like I said, really good stuff from both teams. Momo and Jungle had some of the best, I believe, tag team move. Do I want to say that? Because I feel like Kagetsu and Mayu killed it as well. And Jungle Kyona, she was on defense a lot. I mean, she was on defense a lot in this match. And there were some times she had the fighting spirit and she would no-sell or come back and do all the offensive moves. But she was down the mat a few times in here. And I was getting kind of worried that, oh boy, we're going to do all this and Jungle's going to lose. But no. They were telling the story of Jungle kind of taking the reins away from Kagetsu on the way out, and that's just what happened. Jungle Kyona hit her muscle buster, modified muscle buster at least, onto Kagetsu and got the pin. Pinned Kagetsu on the way out. Jungle Kyona and Momo Watanabe winning this match. Shouldn't have been too surprised by the results. I would like to believe that Jungle Kyona might be getting a push soon, but it's Jungle Kyona. I'm not holding my breath. After the match is going on, I was saying to myself, I'm like, Jungle Kyona should just challenge Mayu for the title while she has a chance to. And what do you know? She challenges Mayu for the red belts. And Mayu declines. She didn't decline, but she said, I kind of already have an opponent at February 8th's Korakuen show, so challenge me after the match and we'll see what happens. Which I was like, damn, really? She didn't deny it, but she denied it. So maybe, if, and I'm sure she will, if she beats Sori for the championship, we'll probably get Mayu and Jungle at the next show, which I think Mayu probably end up retaining there, but we'll see. We'll see. After the match, you had all members of each faction come out there, and basically you could give Kagetsu her flowers. TCS came out, they gave her flowers, and they did I loved how they had Kagetsu do like the post from each faction. They did the yes sir with TCS, and then when Queen's Quest did it, they did the whole Queen's Quest gang sign. And then when Stars came out, they did the whole Rainmaker pose. It was so funny because Queen's Quest gave Kagetsu a mask that had Queen's Quest on it. But then Stars also gave Kagetsu a mask that had Stardom on it. And they claimed that they had the better mask because Stardom was on, and that one was just for Queen's Quest. And I thought that was pretty funny. And take a little jabs at each other. But Kagetsu had her final words. I suggest you guys all go watch it. I'm not going to really say all too much of what happened because I want you guys to do yourself a favor and go watch the final match. Go watch the final segment because it really was... it wasn't as sad as Hazuki's retirement. Like, that one felt a little, like, upset. Like, I felt like she had so much more to give. Kagetsu, I felt like it was like a send-off, but it was like a celebration as well. Like, we were celebrating Kagetsu's departure from Stardom. Like, she's moving on to better things, in a sense. And it just felt so welcoming. In the end, they all factions posed with each other. They said, "We are Stardom, yes sir," and all that kind of stuff. And it was just so cute. It was so awesome to see all those factions together and in commemoration, like she's dying or something, for Kagetsu. And yeah, that's kind of it for Kagetsu. This is her final Stardom match, and I think she's actually retiring from professional wrestling. I don't get the sense she's going anywhere. I think she has a match. She announced she has a match with Meiko Satomura next month. Now, I've heard the match won't be televised, so that's a little saddening to hear because I'm sure he would have tore it up. Hopefully, someone gets footage of it or goes up on some site that I could watch. But if it isn't televised and this is the last time I see Kagetsu, she had a great run. For all the matches I've seen of her, she was a damn great talent, and I wish her the best. And that was Stardom's Osaka and Edion Hall show. Thank you all for listening in. I love you guys always, and I will see you all tomorrow for my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling, New Beginning, and Sapporo Night 1. Peace out, guys. Gang shit. Rainmaker.
Sorry we didn't get you a mask or anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't even bring all my members of my faction, but here's some flowers. Hope that compensates.